Hariom Swamini, sorry, you're muted, I think.
Amma, you're muted, Amma. You have to unmute. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Vidyan Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ तपोभिः क्षीणपापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्षोऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते। Adi Shankaracharya ji clearly explaining us that there is no action, no doership in the all-pervasive consciousness that is you. So, if you take that there is no kartutva in Atma, so certain people have a problem with that. Why? Because तार्किकैः पंडितैः रागद्वेष सुखादयश्च आत्मधर्मच्च धर्मत्वेन उच्यन्ते. There are certain scholars are there. They say that kartutva is the quality of the Atma. Understand this. In Veda, all these Vedas, there are three divisions are there in Veda. First division, which is the largest one, it is called Karma Kanda, where different types of the yajnas, different types of the upasana, meditations are explained. And within Karma Kanda also, which is called Aranyaka, where the meditations are being explained. How to live the retired life, Vanaprastha. So Karma Kanda is there, where the actions are being given. Agnihotram juheta, and Swargakamah Agnihotram juheta. Putra Kameshti Yajna, Dashrath, King Dashrath performed this Putra Kameshti Yajna. In Kathopanishad, Nachiketa's father performed Vishwajit Yajna. So different types of the yajnas, karmas are given. And in that also, in Karma Kand, there are two divisions are there. One division is of the mantras, called Samhita. And Brahmana. Brahmana means it describes every yajna, how to perform the yajna, what kind of the material, what kind of the dravya, havis we are going to use All these are descriptions of the yajna is given in Brahmana, and in Samhita, for which devata, which mantra we should use, that also is given. Then there is a Upasana Kand Aranyaka, Taittiriya Aranyaka. So that Aranyaka section of the Veda gives the meditative life. And then third one is Gnana Kanda, where the knowledge, which is called Upanishad. Vedanto Nama Upanishad Pramana. So, only in Gnana Kanda Vedanta, it is said that Atma is Akarta. But in Karma Kanda, Atma is Karta. Understand? Atma, Jiva is Karta. This Karta, Jiva performs the actions, and according to his actions, he gets the Pap and Punya, and according to that, he gets the new birth and death. And so, the argument is that Veda itself is taking Atma. Veda itself is injecting, perform this action. Look at this. Satyam vada dharmam chara. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. So different injections are there, different kind of the orders are there in Veda. And they are addressing whom? They are addressing Karta. So whole Karma Kand, whole Upasana Kand or Aranyaka are addressing this Karta, doer. How can you say there is no Kartutva in Atma? Because to whom is going to say? Until and unless the Kartutva is there, Veda cannot give this kind of the order. And therefore, not only that, if you say Pandita, all these Panditas also are what? Raga, Dvesha, Sukha, Dukha, Dayascha, Atma Dharmatvena. I am happy, I am not happy. I like this, I don't like this. All these are there seen in the people. Even the wise people, we can see that. Swamiji used to give example, even Krishna had a Raga Dvesha. Why? He never played guitar. He played flute. Understand? He loved flute. He liked Vrindavan. He didn't go to Kashi. So you see Raga Dvesha, likes and dislikes are there very clearly. Sukha Dukha also are, we can have that. So how can you say there is no Kartutva in Atma? How can you say it is Ajnana Kalpita? If it is being imagined by the Ajnanam, because of the Ajnana, because of the ignorance, Shastra is not going to give me this kind of the instructions. But Shastra gives the instructions. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhavaihi. And therefore, you cannot say there is no Atma. So, the next, this verse, 23rd verse, Shankaracharya is going to explain to us by logic, by our Anubhava, by the Shastra. We don't say that there is no Kartutva. Bhagavan only is telling, Nayam Hanti Nahanyate. Yoveti. The person who takes himself as what? The doer of this Hanana Kriya. Ubhav tavna vijanitaha. So, we have now two types of the instructions. Look at this. One is telling that you are Karta, you perform this action, then you will get this kind of the Punya and Papa. Other section of Veda is telling you are not Karta, you are not Bhokta. Atma is totally free from all this. So, there can be a confusion. How we are going to explain this? And therefore, Shankaracharya says, Ragadvesha Ichha Sukha Dukkhadi Buddho Satyam Pravartate. When this antakarana, this mind, this intellect is there, all these kind of the emotions we see, what kind of the thoughts we see in our mind. Raga, likes, Ichha, desire, Sukha, happiness, Dukkha, sorrow. Adi means what? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsari. All these are there. Raga is there because of the raga only. There, the likes are there because of the likes only. There is a desire. And because there is a desire, then we perform the action. So there is a very clear instruction. Understand? Janati, Ichchati, Karma, Karoti. First you know, then you desire, and then you perform the action. So this is the common understanding. First I know so many things. Out of so many things what I know, few things only I desire. I go to the mall, I see a lot of things. Means I know all these things, but I don't have desire for all these things. Only few things I will have a desire for. Out of desire, only few things only I will take. Karma karoti. I'm not going to fulfill all my desires. Deepak class chale attyare.
Okay, calendar.
Dari kholi na. મૂકી દે ટેબલ છે અહીંયા ટેબલ પર મૂકી દે આ પડદાની પાછળ ટેબલ જ છે આ બાજુ ખૂણા પર હા ઓકે પેલી બાજુ ખુલ્લું જ છે બાણું હિંચકા પર મૂકી દે હિંચકા હરિયું હિયર કાકા ઓકે
મોર્નિંગ
સોરી So, janati, ichchati, karma karoti. Understand? This is how we live our life. I go to mall. I have desire for so many things, but I'm not going to perform actions for every desire what I have. For certain desires only, I'm going to fulfill. So, this whole thing, janati, ichchati, karma, this is our human life. Understand? This is how we live our life. We know, we desire, and we perform action. So all these emotions are there. Raga is there. I like something, but that doesn't mean I'm going to desire for it. That's why he says raga ichcha. And then I will fulfill the desire. Fulfilling desire also what will happen? Sukha, dukkha. Sometimes I will be happy for fulfilling desire. Sometimes I won't be happy. All these emotions are there. But when they are there, buddho satyam. When your buddhi is awakened, all this you can see. Shushuptau nasti. When you are sleeping, when buddhi is sleeping, tannashe tasmad buddhehe tu na atmanaha. In the sleep, when the buddhi is sleeping, see, this is beautiful revelation in our life, understand? You don't sleep. You never sleep. Your mind goes to sleep, you think, I have gone to sleep. You don't sleep. You are that consciousness which witness the waking state, dream state, and the sleeping state. No, Swamini, how can I say I don't sleep? I sleep. You don't know how I sleep. I sleep like a log. You don't sleep. And therefore, Shankaracharya says that when buddhi, mind, buddhi, the antakarana, when it goes to sleep, Shushuptau, Nasti. There are no Raga Dvesha. There is no Sukha Dukkha. There is no Kama Krodha. Understand? And therefore, Tannase Tasmad Buddhistu na Atmanaha. Shushuptau Tannashes Nasti. When the Buddhi is awakened, all these things are there. When Buddhi is going to sleep, nothing is there. And therefore, Buddhehe tu ragadeshadihi natu atmanaha. They don't belong to the Atma. As yesterday we saw, that fire is always hot. There is no time where there is a cold fire. Because object cannot be without its own nature. Water is cool, it is coolness is the nature of the water. There cannot be water without coolness. There cannot be fire without hot. Similarly, if Ragadvesha are the Kartuttvadis are there, if they are the quality of the Atma, then in the sleep also you should experience those things. We don't experience. There is no Kartutva, Bhoktrutva, there is no Kama, Krodha, Adi, there is no Ragadvesha. There is no even experience of Sukha Dukkha. Actually, what is the definition in Tattvabodha? I always tell, if you want to study Vedanta sincerely, all these definitions given in Tattvabodha, you should memorize. It helps you to understand Vedanta properly. In Tattvabodha, Shankaracharya has given the definition of everything. It's kind of a dictionary of Vedanta. Understand? Tattvabodha is a dictionary of Vedanta. Aham kimapi na janami maya sukhena nidra anubhuyate. Understand? I don't know anything. That means nothing was there. I am sleeping happily. Look at this. This is your experience, everyday experience of the sleep. Except you, nothing was there. Aham kimapi na jana. I don't know anything. Waking up, you understand that this is the experience of the sleep. I slept happily. And even the sleep is giving you the Upadesha, understand? It teaches you something. Sleep teaches you that without all this also you can be happy. Understand? Sukhena maya nidra anubhuya. Happily I was enjoying the sleep. That means you don't need anything except yourself to be happy. But waking up again, we start whole thing. My son, my house, my money, my power. Sleep is teaching you something. You don't need anything except yourself. But we don't take that. That's why I always tell, Anubhava and knowledge, the experience and the knowledge are two completely different things. You are every day experiencing that without all this, you are happy. Still waking up, we keep on attaching the things. We are experiencing this. I am happy without all this. Still we see happiness in the son, in the house, in the money, in the wife, in the husband. We don't learn anything from experience. A lot of people say, no, experience teaches nothing. You don't learn anything from experience. If really you are learning from experience, you won't even beg happiness from this world. That's why Pujya Swamini used the ignorant, Agnani, ignorant. Most of the time, Pujya Swamiji never used the word ignorant. He said the beggar. We are all beggars. We keep begging this happiness from this world. Oh, wife, give me happiness. Oh, house, give me happiness. Oh, money, give me happiness. Oh, name and fame, give me happiness. Look at this. Beggar. That's why Swamiji used to say another word, idiot. Idiot means non-thinking. Buddhi is there, but not ready to think. Not ready to understand the experience. Every day in the sleep, we are experiencing this. And without all these things, you are happy. Sukhena maya nidra anubhuyan. Everybody loves sleep, understand? Nobody can say, I don't love sleep. Everybody loves sleep. Because you see yourself as Ananda. And therefore, Shankaracharya says, Buddhau, Nashe, Supsuptau. When there is no Buddhi in the sleep, they all have gone to the unmanifest form. Nothing is there. Tasmat na tu atmanaha, and therefore all these things, raga, dvesha, karma, actions, karta, bhokta, all these are not the quality of the Atma. It doesn't belong to Atma at all. You are totally free. You don't have to free yourself from all these things. See, this is the biggest thing. You have to relax yourself because you don't have to free yourself from anything. You are already free. When you are seeing the snake on the rope, that time also there was no snake. It's called in Sanskrit pratiti kala. When you are experiencing the snake, there is a fear in the mind, there is a perspiration in the body, heartbeats are gone high. All these symptoms of the fear is there, shivering, body is shivering. When you are experiencing all this fear, that time also there was no snake. Understand? Similarly, even when you say I am the doer, that time also you are not doer. You are not enjoyer. You are not the seer. You are not the listener. You don't have to become Brahman. You are Brahman. You don't have to become all-pervasive. You are all-pervasive consciousness. There are a lot of Neo-Vedantis, they are called. All these Neo-Vedantis are what? Atma has fallen and become Jiva. Now he has to rise. Where do you have to rise? Understand? There is no falling and there is no rise. Understand? Don't get into this. No, Jiva is separated from Brahman. Now there should be what? Yoga. You have to join Brahman. What joining Brahman? Understand? All these Neo-Vedantis. You are Brahman. Even when you are saying, I am ignorant, that time also you are Brahman. I am not talking to your body, mind, sense. I am talking to you, the Brahman. I am not talking to your intellect. I am talking to you, the consciousness, the existence. Vedanta is addressing that Satchit Atma. Vedanta is not addressing body, mind, sense complex. Because you are already Brahman. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhava. Brahadana Upanishad says, you are always Nitya Mukta, Nitya Shuddha, always pure. Nitya Buddha, always knowledge. Understand? When you are telling I am not, that time also you are that. You don't have to become pure. You don't have to become knowledgeable. You don't have to become free from all this. You are free. See, that's why this knowledge is important. Anything you gain through the knowledge is already with you. Am I clear? Knowledge is not going to remove these things. Knowledge cannot remove anything. Knowledge has only one capacity to remove the ignorance. We already saw. Vidyayam. Because of this ignorance, all these things are there. Once the ignorance is being removed, nothing is there. All this, see, from the standpoint of the jiva, the individual, it is called avidya. From the standpoint of the total, it is called maya, prakruti. Maya itself, word is telling what? Yama sa maya. That which doesn't exist at all, but you see, that is called maya, understand? There is no snake, still you see the snake. Similarly, there is no kartutva, there is no bhoktrutva, there is no sukha, there is no dukkha. But you are experiencing all these things. But you are experiencing doesn't prove it real. Gagane, Nilata, Divata, we already saw. You are experiencing sunrise and sunset. Doesn't mean it is there. You see the blueness in the sky, doesn't mean there is a blueness in the sky. Experience doesn't prove anything. What you are is you are. Nobody can take it away from you. You are that consciousness. Because of which there is a doership, there is enjoyership, there is a seer, there is a listener, there is a knower. But you are none of them. Therefore, we need to have this clear understanding that when buddhi is awakened, all these experiences are there. But when there is no buddhi in the sleep, sushupta, in the sleep, when buddhi goes to the unmanifest form, no experience is there. And therefore, all these qualities, they don't belong to the Atma. Even though Veda is telling you are Karta in Karma Kanda, that doesn't mean you become Karta. In Karma Kanda is addressing this ignorant fellow. He has taken himself Karta. It's not that because Veda is addressing you, therefore you are Karta. Because you have taken yourself as Karta. See, it's exactly like these kids, you know. Sometimes we go with the kids. That doesn't mean that you are accepting that. See, there is a fear. Sometimes the kids, you know, they have certain kinds of the fear. Then we accept that. For time being, we accept their fear. And then slowly we move them away from that. So, similarly, the Shruti, the Mata, so for time being, it is accepting that you are Karta and they are addressing you. But that doesn't mean the Shruti is telling that you are the doer. Shruti is not proving that you are the doer. Because you are taking yourself as the doer, it's helping you to come out of that. How? Dharmam chara satyam vada. Look at this. It's beautiful. You follow dharma. Once you start following dharma, we already discussed that. Once you start following dharma, slowly you will develop the vairagya for all these things. You don't see any necessity for all these actions. You don't see the necessity for all these enjoyments. Without these actions, without these enjoyments, you can be happy. So slowly you develop the vairagya for this Jagat. And therefore, in Taittiriya Upanishad, you know, the Shankaracharya is the Shikshavali, the first chapter of Taittiriya. Shankaracharya raised the question. Every human being is given a freedom over action, choice over action. Karmani eva tava adhikara. So, if I have a choice over action, that means I am free to do what I want to do. If I have a freedom over action, then how Veda can have an injection for me? Satyam vada, understand? Dharmam chara, may you perform dharma, may you speak truth. It's a contradiction. One side you are telling you are free to do whatever you want to do, and other side you are giving all these orders. So Shankaracharya says, it is not an order. By telling this word of orders, Shruti Mata is telling us that by performing this kind of the actions is good for you. Hitam. It's good for you. So nobody can order you. You are free. But the problem is that we are misusing our freedom. So to stop ourselves from misusing this freedom, Shastra is giving what is to be done. It's not curtaining your freedom. It's only giving instructions. If you perform this kind of the actions, that is the good use of your freedom. If you don't perform, it's a misuse of your freedom. Adharma means misuse of your freedom. Dharma means you are using it properly. But that doesn't prove that Shastra is telling that you are karta. Understand? You are free from kartutva. Your own experience is telling that in the sleep there is no kartutva, no bhoktutva. Atma is free from it. But you are there in the sleep. Understand? You don't go to sleep. You are the one who is experiencing the sleep. That means what? You are already there. Who is experiencing this sleep? Who is experiencing this dream? Who is experiencing this waking state? And therefore, whatever is the nature cannot be without it. So, in the next word, Shankaracharya gives this one. Nanu evam chet tarhi atmanah nijaswarupam kim. So, if you say this way, then what is the real nature of the self? If Atma is not karta bhukta, then what is the nature of the self? So what all examples I am giving about the fire and about the water, same example Shankaracharya is taking here and giving us what is the true nature of the self. Next verse, 24. प्रकाशोर्कस्य तोयस्य शैत्यमग्नेर्यथोष्णता स्वभाव सच्चिदानंद नित्य निर्मलतात्मनः स्वभाव सच्चिदानंद नित्य निर्मलतात्मनः. अर्कस्य प्रकाशः. Arkaha means sun. The nature of the sun is light. Prakasha Swarupa. Toyasya Shaityam. Toya is another word for the water. Shaityam. Coolness is the nature of the water. Agnehe Yatha Ushna. Heat is the nature of the fire. Yatha, as the light is the nature of the sun, coolness is the nature of the water, heat is the nature of the fire, tatha, in the same manner, Satchidananda Nitya Nirmalata Atmanaha Swabha. This is the true nature of the self, which is what? Sat, Chit, Ananda, Nitya, Nirmalata. So, very clear. You are Sat Swarupa. Sat Swarupa means always your existence. You don't have experience of the absence of yourself. That is called Sat Swarupa. Sataha avavaha na vidyate. You never experience the non-existence of yourself. Even if you say, I am born, before the birth of the body, you already were there. Who is born in this body? You understand? Body is born, but before the birth of this body, already you were there. There is no moment where there is a non-existence of the self. That is called Sat Swarupa. Then Chit Swarupa. Your consciousness, self-existence, self-effulgent consciousness. Swatasiddha Swaprakasha Chaitanya. You never experience the inertia of yourself. You don't say, I am Jada, I am inert. No. You never experience that. Always consciousness. Even in the sleep, you are consciousness. Chit Swarupaha, Anandaha, Sarva Dukkha Nivritti Purvakam Anubhavami. You are Ananda Swarupa. Because of the identification with this body, mind, sense complex, you think I am unhappy. Sukha Dukkha are not, you understand this? Sukha Dukkha are not the quality of the Atma. Quality of the Atma is Ananda. In English, they don't have the word. And never use the word bliss, understand? Bliss is the heavenly happiness is called bliss. The Atma is not bliss. They don't have the word for Ananda. Because according to us, the heavenly enjoyments also are what? They are not eternal. They are going to die. It is also time-bound experience. Ananda means it's a nature of yourself. See, therefore, a lot of people have confusion with this Ananda word. Ananda doesn't mean I'm always happy. Ha ha ha. No. Even when mind is unhappy, you see that I am fine. Ananda is pureness. It's a see, that's why Sat Chit Ananda. Look at this one. But in Taittiriya Upanishad, it says what? Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam. It's always there. Trikalepi Tishtati Sat. All 3 periods of time, what exists is called Satyam. Whenever we say Satyam, that means it's a nirvikar. There is no modification is possible. Nirvikar is Sat. When I say Chaitanya Swarupa, Gnanam Brahma, it is a Chaitanya consciousness. Consciousness means what? It is a, as I said, self-effulgent, self-existence consciousness. And Anantam Brahma. The same thing is said here, Anandam Brahma. Look at this. Ananda means there is no limitations. Free from all kind of the limitations. It is called Ananda. All our unhappiness is because of this limitation. I'm limited in this body. I'm limited by action, I'm limited by knowledge, I'm limited by experience. Ananda means limitless. No limitations. Deshatah, kalatah, vastutah, aparichinnah. There is no space-wise limitation, there is no time-wise limitations, there is no object-wise limitations for Atma. And that is called Ananda. Nitya, Nitya Nirantaram Purna, eternal. See, all this word, if you understand. Nitya means what? Now. Always. Nitya means eternal, always. Eternal means what? Now it is there. Then only it is called Nitya. All pervasive means what? Here it is there. Then only it is all pervasive. Now and here is the Ananda. Understand? Nitya. Nirmalata. Purity. Atma is Nitya, always pure. And therefore, this is the nature of the self. The nature of the self we have to see clearly. Sat Swarupah, Chit Swarupah, Ananda Swarupah, Nitya Swarupah, Nirmalata, Nirmala Swarupah. You are pure consciousness. Why? Ekamaya Dvitiyam. There is no second consciousness. Where there is a second, then there is a possibility of the impurities. But there is nothing which is second here to make you impure. Nirmala, because one non-dual consciousness you are. There is no action, there is no doership, there is no papa, there is no punya. Pure consciousness. Atmanah Swabhava. This is the true nature of the self. Swabhava means true nature. And so then we have to see this our nature. Once we understand this true nature of the self, then we can do anything in the world. Even a performing action doesn't hurt. Non-performing action doesn't hurt. Enjoyment also is good. Not enjoyment also is good. That's why I always tell, what is Vairagya? Vairagya doesn't mean that you give up everything. That is Vairagya. Giving up everything is not Vairagya. People think that way. Physically, you are giving up something that doesn't prove the Vairagya. Vairagya means what? See, Bhagavan has given the definition of Vairagya. Neyattu nitya sannyasi yo na dveshti na kankshati. Real Vairagya is that you don't desire something, you don't hate something. You are free from raga dvesha. There are raga dvesha in the mind, but you are free from that. You are free from this raga dvesha. Likes and dislikes. That means what? Something is there, you are fine. Something is not there, then also you are fine. Our problem is what? With certain things, we are fine. With certain things, we are very uncomfortable. The presence and the absence of the object doesn't matter for you. That is called Vairagya. Doesn't matter. See, I always tell my students, you should write one sentence. This also will go. ये भी जाएगा, हिंदी में से. Means what? Nothing is permanent in this world. Suppose you are happy, this also will go. Suppose you are unhappy, this also will go. Somebody is there in the house, some guest is there who is troubling you, read that letter. He will go. Nothing is permanent in this. No, Swamini, you don't know how I am suffering. Every suffering has the end. But we should be ready to put the end to that suffering. This human being always like to be unhappy. I'm telling you honestly. Though you love happiness, you like to be unhappy. Understand? Why? Swamiji, you know. Everybody talks about unhappiness only. Swamiji used to give this example. One lady got malaria. And living in this, united family, a lot of family members are there, and she was having a malaria. And malaria means 7 days you have to be ready in the bed. So she was having a fever and shivering of the body, and body ache is there. And the tongue also is so bitter. Even water tastes bitter. And because this big family, always there is a family doctor will be there, general practitioner. In India, this is very common. The doctor comes home and then treats her, goes. So every day he was coming and he started some injections, malaria, quinine injections he started. But she had a lot of body ache. And so she was screaming and crying. After 7 days, everything was normal. The doctor said, okay, now we are okay. You start eating food slowly. And so she started eating. And doctor said, you start food, normal food, and see how you feel. Tomorrow also, again, I will come for last time. Well, I will come, see if everything is okay. Then she said, okay, you come tomorrow also. Then he said, okay. The next day he came. This lady was lying on the bed and crying. Doctor said, what happened? Now everything is normal. There is no fever, there is no body ache, there is no headache. You are now able to eat the food normally. Then why you are so sad? What happened? It's gone. No, doctor, I'm still very sad. You don't understand my feeling, doctor. No, but tell me, what is your problem? No, I'm very unhappy. It's fine. You are unhappy. I understand. But tell me the reason. I'm unhappy because in this whole family, why did I get malaria? That's called why me. Understand? It's called why me. This why me people, you never make them happy. If you are with them, slowly you also will become sad with them. These are the common people. Why me? This is how we live our life. Always try to find out the reason to be unhappy. And the Bhagavan has created this world in such a way that we always find the reason to be unhappy. Understand? Vairagya means what? Something is there, fine. Something is not, then also I am fine. Understand? Because I am Nitya Ananda Swarup. That's why Bhagavan said what? What is the sthita prajna? What is the quality of the characteristics of the wise person? Dukkheshu anudvignamanaha sukheshu vigata spruhaha. It's not that once you will be having a Brahma Vidya, everything will be pink and purple in your life. Dukkhesu anudvignamana. That means what? After knowledge also there are possibilities of the dukkha, not only dukkha. Bhagavan is using plural, dukkhesu. Understand? That means what? All kind of situations are going to come in your life according to your prarabdha, according to your destiny. After knowledge also, there will be non-conducive conditions in your life, pratikulta. But his mind is not tortured, udvigna, perturbed by all these things. Sukhe suvigata spruha. He never desired to have a conducive situations. Conducive, non-conducive situations are going to come in the life. That's how the life is. But he never desired that always everything should be according to my desire. No. Whatever situation you are facing, you face them happily. Swamiji, in Swamiji's word, you welcome the situations. Whether it is a fear, whether it is unhappiness, whether it is a conducive, non-conducive, you welcome the situation. You face them. Everybody has to go through this conducive, non-conducive. Even after knowledge also, it's going to be there. But he's happy with what it is. In another word, there is no resistance in the life, no conflict. We live the life of conflict, always conflict. That's why I give the example of the bark of the neem bark. Neem tree bark, you rub against that, you are going to get into trouble. But the mind of the wise person is such, there is no conflict in the mind. Shashanti madigachati. That's why there is a peace in his mind. Shashanti madigachati. He is going through all these kind of the possibilities. But inside he is what? Nirmamaha, nirahankar. There is no mindness, there is no ahankara, egoism. No mamata, no ahankar. Everything belongs to Ishwar. Everything is given to us. He is free from all this. And therefore, Shashanti Madigachati, he is the one who is experiencing this peace. Nirmalata, pure. There is no impurities in the mind, in the Atma. And therefore, Shankaracharya says, this is the nature of the sun. As the light is the nature of the sun, heat is the nature of the fire, coolness is the nature of the water. Similarly, you are Satchidananda Swarupaha Nitya Nirmalata. That is the nature of the sun. So when you say I'm Sansari, that time also you are what? You are that. You are Satchidananda Brahma. Now also you are Satchidananda Brahma. It's not that you have to become Satchidananda. It is a Swabhava, it is a Swarupa, understand? But Swamiji, if that is my nature, then I should know it's my nature. How come I don't know my nature? Coolness is the nature of the water. I experience that coolness. Heat is the nature of the fire. I experience that heat. The light is the nature of the sun. I see that sunlight. If I am Satchidananda Brahman, I am pure consciousness. How come I don't know? See, this is called biggest contradiction in the life. You are Satchidananda Brahma and you don't know Satchidananda. See, this is how Brahma Sutra Bhashya also starts with this only. This is the biggest contradiction. If I am Gnana Swarupa, how come I don't know? If I'm Sat Swarupa, how come I don't know? This is called contradiction. that you are Satchidananda Brahman, but you don't know. No, but how is it possible? So in the next verse, we'll see on Monday, we'll see that this contradiction in our life. There is no contradiction outside. Biggest contradiction is in us only. That being Satchidananda Swarupa, we don't know Satchidananda. We'll see that on Monday. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutangamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om
Hari Om, Mama.
Hari Om
Hari Om, Mama.
Hari Om, Swamini.
Hari Om
Hari Om, Swamiji. Thank you.
Hari Om
Hari Om, Swamini.
Hari Om, Swamini.
Hari Om